Joining us now with all the etiquette tips is our etiquette expert, Christy Spencer from The Polite Company. Welcome back.
Thank you so much, and this is beautiful.
Yeah, well,
This is
thank
Shay
you.
Good Day in WA.
Yes.
Very
So,
fancy.
obviously, we're talking about restaurant etiquette.
Yes.
Yes, so tell us about it.
So when we sit down at a restaurant, when you get there, if your host hasn't arrived, wait for them. You don't
Okay.
want to go ahead
Okay.
and take your seat before they come.
Right.
But as soon as you get to the table, the first thing you want to do is you want to take your napkin, and you want
You just
to.
like flop it out like this and do this, one of these?
Yeah, no, that looks
I
good.
appreciate all of that because it's a don't. So it's
Okay,
it's a great
okay.
thing.
Thank you
I'm
for
an
showing
example
us
of
what not to do. Yeah.
Yes,
So
you're
you
welcome.
take it and you kind of just discreetly unfold it, and you want to leave it in half. And
You
you
leave it in half?
You leave it in
Okay.
half, cover your lap, and have the crease towards your waist.
Crease towards
Why
waist.
is that?
Okay, so
Okay.
because
Been doing
then
it
you
wrong all these years.
you have a little pocket that you can use to dab your food with, and then you can go ahead and cover it up and put it in your lap. So you're not sitting there with a lap full of barbecue sauce and lipstick
Okay.
showing to other people.
Jason.
I know, that's me. That's my problem. Lipstick for sure.
All the time.
Okay. All right. And then, I mean, I'm always confused with the silverware and all the plates. I don't know what to do with all of
So
this.
this is kind of a decorative plate, and if we were to have a salad, we might have a salad on
Okay.
this plate.
Okay.
If we were to have a salad, we would want to start with, we've got this fork. Your small fork should be on the
spoon.
outside.
Small
Small
fork
fork
should
on
be
the
outside.
outside.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
okay.
And that
I
is
just
the,
noticed that there's difference in sizes.
yes, and
okay.
so that is the fork that you want to use to eat your salad. So,
Okay.
Right.
and if you're eating your
And
salad,
you hold it full fist, just in like this.
or you could try it like a pencil.
Oh.
Yes, like a pencil, you're holding it.
Okay.
Now this is the American style of dining. The continental style of dining is where you don't switch the fork and knife in positions, but in the United States, we typically have a fork, we cut, and then we transfer over to our other
To our other
hand.
hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's called the American style.
Interesting.
So
So in the continental style, you don't switch hands for
right,
anything.
you would always have your fork in your hand, and the tines would be down as you brought them to your lips.
Okay,
And
like
so
this.
it is
Okay.
a much more efficient way
Uh-huh.
of eating, but in
Yeah.
the United States, this is how we eat. But within the rest of the world, it's always acceptable to use continental style over the American
Okay.
style.
Okay.
What about, like when I go to a restaurant for my kids, like I cut up their steak all at once and then they eat that steak, right? Are you supposed to eat bite by bite? Or
Yes.
do you cut the whole
After the age of 6, you're supposed to
Okay.
cut one piece of meat, one piece of food at a time, eat it, and then when you do that, when you're using your knife and you use it, it always goes then on the side of your plate. You never
Okay.
want to
Okay.
put it back,
back
on the table, because it's going to get the
It's
table
going to
dirty.
get icky.
So
Yeah.
you just rest it on the side of the
Rest
plate.
it on the side of the
Okay.
plate
Well,
and
how
have the
about
blade
that?
towards you.
Okay, so we've got the small fork, which is for salad.
Yes.
Yes.
When
Big-
we're done with that fork, do we leave it on the salad plate so that someone takes it away, or do we put it back on the
Yes, you would leave it in the way that we show in a restaurant or any other place that we're ready to have another course or have the plate to be picked up, is we put the handle in the, if we're looking at a clock,
Yeah.
we put it in the 4 o'clock position.
4 o'clock?
So
4
the
o'clock.
handle's towards the 4
All
o'clock.
right. Well,
Interesting.
mine was
And
not
that-
towards 4.
and that
Mine
it-
was towards like 8.
You were asking for more
I was
salad
at.
somehow.
So, okay, spoons.
Spoons.
Let's talk about spoon etiquette.
So spoons, you would really only have spoons on your table if you're going to have soup.
Okay.
And so if you do have soup and you have a bowl of soup, the proper way to eat soup is that you dip away. So you skim the top of the soup
Dip
away
away
from
from
you.
Away from you.
Away from you. And then drip away. So you would use the outer edge of the bowl to catch any drips.
Okay.
And then you bring it to your... And really, we don't have to have perfect posture when we do this because
Right.
that leaves
Good,
a lot
'cause
of
I'm usually
area.
like this.
But something in between those two, you can kind of meet in the middle. The biggest thing we want to do is we just don't want to be gross when we eat with other people.
Stop being
And-
I
gross.
know.
And so anything you
That's
can
the
do
tip.
to minimize that grossness, even if it is, leaning into your food a little bit or anything like that, that's the big picture of what you want to do.
When it comes to dessert time, are new utensils distributed? Because I'm always afraid of giving away my forks because I know that cake is coming, and I'm like, but now I have nothing.
Right. You can always ask for another fork. And that's even if you've used your knife to cut up your salad and it's kind of a mess, there's no other option now for you to put it somewhere. You can send it with your salad and ask for a new one.
Okay, that's good.
Right.
Well, these are all great tips.
They
I feel
are.
like
I've been
we
eating
should have
wrong
you-
for
I
forever.
know. I feel like you need to come back to do a part 2 of this
Yeah,
because there's so
we
much
need
more
more.
to learn.
There's a lot
Yes.
when it comes to dining etiquette.
Well,
Yes.
thank you so much
Thank you,
for
Christy.
joining
Yes.
us today. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.